Are you struggling to save money? Are you wondering how you can start making money and invest? Are you struggling to think about financial decisions that you need to make and you don't know how to prioritize them? Then this video is for you. We're going to talk about 3 smart money moves for Ghanaians, specifically for young Ghanaians. And so if you're looking for 3 things you need to do to immediately change your financial situation, then watch this video. Now, if you like the content and you like what we're going to talk about in this video, then like it to encourage us to produce more content like this. If you have any disagreement about what we're going to talk about today, you can leave a comment in the comment section and then we'll discuss it from there. Now, let's jump straight into the video. Now, the first most important thing that you need to do is to build an emergency fund. Now, what's an emergency fund? An emergency fund is an amount of money that you pool and you keep as you save so that when it's an emergency, it saves you. Because the money that you save saves you. But how does this work? Now, an emergency or anything that can qualify for an emergency is something that you don't expect. And so if you meet a situation that you don't expect, for example, an unexpected illness, or maybe an unexpected accident, and an accident maybe like your car accident where you need to go and fix your car, or anything that happens that you don't expect it to happen. Things happen in life that you don't get to always plan and bargain for. Maybe all of a sudden your phone decides not to work at all, and then you need your phone. Because right now, maybe you use your phone to work, and so maybe your laptop gets spoiled, or something. An emergency is an emergency. Maybe a family member who is very dear to your heart gets ill. And so emergencies do pop up. So that's why an emergency fund is very, very important. Now, how much you need to put in an emergency fund, that depends on you. So some people have emergency funds of 200, some have 300, some have 400, some have 500, some have 600, some have 1,000. Now, the general rule is to try and get an emergency fund that is about maybe 1 to 3 months or even up to 6 months of expenses. So what you need to do is you need to total the amount of money that you spend, and then you get an amount, you get the idea about the amount of money you need to keep for an emergency. And so that's basically an emergency fund. Now, we're going to talk about 2 apps you can use to start an emergency fund. One is an app and one is a USSD code. Now, the first one is Yellow Save, MTN Yellow Save. I've explained a lot about MTN Yellow Save into very deep details. But if you still want the links to that, you can search for it on our page or leave a comment. I'll send it to you. But when it comes to Yellow Save, basically, it's a platform that allows MTN users to save daily, weekly, or monthly. And the money is deducted from your Momo, and then it's put into Fidelity Bank. You earn an interest of 8% per annum on your savings. That's what MTN Yellow Save is. And so it's a good platform to help you to save regularly for a goal. That's MTN Yellow Save. Now, the second platform is Achieve by Petra. Now, the Achieve app, which is owned by Petra Securities, has a fund called DigiSave, which is relatively risk-free, and then the interest rate is not that bad. It invests primarily in Treasury bills and other government short-term securities, and so you can have access to your money as quickly as you need it. So that's the advantage of the DigiSave app. Now, basically, these 2 apps, or the first one being an app, the second one a USSD code, is good for you so that you can help regulate or regularize your savings and also earn a little bit of interest on the money. Because the goal of an emergency fund is to have money at your disposal as quickly as you need it. That's an emergency fund. Now, let's move on to the second one. The second smart money move is to save and invest money early. Now, I know a lot of people like to usually wait for a while to get a huge amount of money that they can start saving and investing, but because of compounding of interest, it's better to start with whatever little you have. If it's even 10 cedis that you have, start with it. If it's even 20 cedis that you have, start with it. It's good to wait for a huge amount of money before you start investing, but the little that you have, when you put it away, you'll be surprised that the little can turn into a few years from now. Okay, so and when it comes to the types of investments you can do, you can invest into stocks, treasury bills, mutual funds. There are many kinds of investments out there. We have bonds. There are many investments out there. these days we may have what we call the digital agri investments or the agri investments. So companies like MTN's Grow For Me. I mean, there are a lot of them out there. If you would like to learn which investments are good for you to start and how you can go about it, then what you need to do is to watch one of our videos that we have made on it. But remember that this video is not financial advice, it's for infotainment purposes only. Speak to an expert before you start investing. Now, let's go to the third point. Now, the third smart money move, which is also very, very important, and that you should start as a young Ghanaian, is to monetize your skills and side hustle. Now, what this basically means is that if you should try and get a skill that is monetizable and that is a good side hustle, there are many ways about it these days. We have photography, we have learning of an instrument. There are people that learn an instrument like they are guitarists, whether it's bass or lead guitar, whether it is playing of drums, keyboards, they play for churches during the weekend. They are okay. They play at gigs, Christmas time, events and stuff like that. These days, violinists play for proposals, play for weddings. I mean, there are a lot of stuff out there these days when it comes to just instruments alone. There are people that produce beats. There are people that make music. There are a lot of other stuff. You could actually go into food production, that is like farming, agribusiness. There are a lot of different varieties of ways and means out there for young Ghanaians. And so these are the 3 smart money decisions that a young Ghanaian should make. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section and then we can talk more about it. See you guys.